What's up, everybody? It's Kenya, and welcome to Outer Space. More importantly, welcome to Monday. Um, y'all have to excuse this raspy voice thing I have going on. It's been going on for like 3 days, and I usually only get this when I've been drinking or I'm really tired or something. But I guess it's just fatigue or something because I definitely haven't been drinking. I didn't just wake up, and I've had this for like 3 days, so. Maybe this is my new voice. I don't know. Lots of other things in my body are changing since I turned 30, so maybe this is one of those things. Hope not. Anyway, so in addition to my new voice change, I have also been having a kind of a weird last couple days, kind of on an emotional roller coaster type, really tender in my feelings type stuff. And I didn't really understand what was going on. And then I looked at the calendar yesterday and realized that today is the 15th, and on the 17th, October 17th, it will actually be the 19th anniversary of my mother's death. And every year around this time, I get a little bit like kind of weird and off kilter and start feeling very just kind of vulnerable and very just like weird. And I didn't really realize what the date was this year, so that's probably what's been going on. So I wanted to do something kind of in homage to my mom. I only was with her for 12 years of my life, but she taught me a lot in the time that she was here and in the time that she was not here. Her absence taught me a whole lot. And so I want today to talk about the lesson that I have been most impacted by since her loss. And that is this. We live in a society that is very focused on this false facade of strength and disconnection, right? So we all kind of get these messages at a very young age that you need to be strong, you need to protect yourself, you need to limit the people who you trust, keep your circle small, don't be the first person to show weakness. And when I say weakness, I mean any type of vulnerability. Don't be the first person to say I love you. Don't be the first person to say I'm sorry. Leave the relationship before they can leave you. All these kind of skewed messages of like disconnection that we're being taught, while on the inside many of us crave something a lot more intimate and a lot more interconnected than we actually display. And I mean, I'm guilty of this. I just watched this life class with Brene Brown, changed my life completely, about being vulnerable and about the different ways that we protect ourselves from being vulnerable. And I think I'm hella vulnerable. I do videos about my life. I wrote a book about my addiction. I mean, I've done all these things, but in reality, sometimes the way we show up in the world is not as honest and true as we really want to be. And what I've learned from my mom is that is really a mistake. Just for simple reasons like you never know how long you have to be in a person's life. You never know how long a person has to be in yours. And so it is so important that you bring your entire whole imperfect self to every situation and relationship, because you don't know how long you have. And even more than that, give to people what is theirs. Give them what is theirs. If a person has your heart, they're going to have it, whether they know they have it or they don't. So it's okay for you to be vulnerable. It's okay for you to say, I love you first. It's okay for you to say, I'm sorry first. It's okay for you to be having a feud with somebody for so long you forget what you're fighting about. And one day you just call them and say, listen, I don't want to fight no more. I miss you. I'm tired of this. I don't want to do this. We have got to learn to love more aggressive, because everything around us, think about the way that we interact with source or the way that we interact with nature. Everything around us is unconditionally open and available all the time. There's never a day you're going to wake up and the sun is not going to shine on you. There's never a day you're going to wake up and there won't be air. There's never a day you're going to wake up and you're not going to be surrounded by goodness. In the universe, the source continues to give and give and give and give and give and give and give to no end and never be exhausted. So why then do we feel like we have to be so guarded with those parts of ourselves that actually do belong to other people? those parts of ourselves that actually are in alignment with this relationship that we have with someone else. We got to be more aggressive. And my mom, because she was only 42 when she died, I learned that lesson very young. I'm sure that people were so surprised that she was sick and that she was dying. I'm sure they didn't believe it, that their friend, who they had grown up, went to school with, college with, drank with, had a great time with, was sick and was dying. But it happened. And the reality is people are going to transition in and out of our lives all the time. And you always want those people to leave with whatever piece of you belongs to them. And when I say a piece of you, I don't mean, fractioning off yourself emotionally or, making yourself a target or anything. I just mean if you love somebody, tell them. If you miss somebody, say it. If you're sorry, offer that. If you have vulnerability, offer that. Show up your complete self and understand that you will not be destroyed or humiliated or anything by you being honest, because you can keep everything that you have tender inside and it'll just build up. And your desire for connection will go unfulfilled for the rest of your life, which none of us want. So I'm telling you, give people what's theirs right now. Love aggressively. Have a sense of urgency with the way you show up in your relationships, because you never know how long you're going to have to do that. I didn't know that I was only going to have 12 years. Okay, so there's that. I don't want to be super emotional, so I'm going to cut out that conversation now. And I am going to let you know what's going on with me otherwise. So October 19th, marks the last of my 4-part series at Charis. We're going to be there at 7 p.m. I'd love for you all to come out. This chapter is about destruction, and it does deal with my mom's death and the addiction that I fell into, as a result of that. It's very, very delicate conversation, but I'm ready to have it. So I pray that everyone will come out and join me October 19th. Just in other exciting news, this isn't open to the public, but I've actually just been asked to be a lecturer at Fulton County's Priceless University, which is for young girls ages like 13 to 18, doing some self-esteem work with these girls and kind of helping them, kind of love themselves, create themselves, that type of stuff. And I'm really excited about it. So this is my formal announcement that that's going to be going on starting in November. Otherwise, that's pretty much it. My next writing project, the Note to Self project, is going to be coming out in the summer of 2014. Look for a Kickstarter about that and some more information. It's going to be different than a book. It's going to be an actual Note to Self project. So I'm really excited about that. But I've got a million more notes before that launches, so you'll get a chance to hear more about that. But hey, this is the 10th month of Monday video, so we're a third of the way there. If you like this, tell your friends, your family, whatever, and get them to subscribe to my YouTube channel and all that good stuff. In the meantime, you know what to do. Post your comments. Bye.